Okay, what is up there, Aminos community? Great. So people have asked about my pricing and what I've done. So here you go. Here's a quick rundown of what I'm doing. Okay. So first off, this is kind of a sample page that I've done here for myself. Kind of goes through bots, what they do, save you time, this and that, and examples, features, tiers. So I do have tiers. I have 4 tiers. Now what that is first one, just emails the leads to you. That's tier one. Tier two, emails leads to a Google Sheet for easy import. Tier three sends leads directly to your CRM. This one here is more of an advanced one. You have to understand your automations and your make.com and Zapier and N8N and all that stuff. You have to understand that more because it's more complicated to actually just take that information on lead and send it into, push that into somebody else's CRM. Number four is tier four is our top tier. We're actually taking that information, we're pushing that the bot information into into the CRM and creating the automations for when things happen, such as if somebody asks, if one of your questions is, what's your favorite color, red, blue, or green? When the answer comes in red, we're gonna text you. If the answer comes in blue, we're gonna call you. If the answer comes in green, we're gonna send you an email, right? Different actions for different things like that. That there is more high tech, more advanced. If you don't understand how to be able to do that, then this setup is not gonna work for you. But if you are like me and can actually do that, then you can actually utilize this to utilize any CRM, push this into anybody's system that anybody wants. So even if they're using a Google Sheet, if they're using Slack, if they're using whatever, you're going to have to be able to create all that stuff to push it into their into the appropriate systems itself and utilize those tools. But that's something else. Now, onto the pricing here. So right here is first one is first tier, $49 for the year. That's it. This is a very, very simple entry. And this one here, I'm not utilizing the emails that come out from Aminos. I'm actually utilizing a different setup. Why? Because I want to market to these people. So with this or with these clients. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking all the information, I'm using the third-party apps, and I'm using this information. My personal preference, you can just utilize that email, put their email on there and just send this off. But this is what I'm doing to differentiate myself. One, they're getting the email, they're still getting all that information, but what I'm doing is I'm sending it through a separate email service. So then now I'm actually got my branding on there, my additional writing that says, "Hey, hope you're finding this useful. How are these leads working out for you? Getting tired of them being emailed to you? Whatever. Like, let's get you upgraded. Like, let's upgrade those and streamline your business more, basically." I'm upselling. So now with that, again, you guys can do it any way that you want, but that one there, this first one here, I'm doing it that way because I'm spending a very, very little bit of money, but I'm able to put in more marketing and email to them more and get info and get appropriate marketing information to them. Second of all, um, you have to spend money to make money. Doing this is a very, very minimal. The emails themselves are like a hundredth of a penny or something stupidly cheap like that. So whatever that is, it's stupidly cheap. Might as well go about doing it. Other and you can get so many actions from there. So it's really cool. This is what I do again. So for me, from the beginning here, I'm still doing advanced automations through all this. But in your situation, utilize this to your own ability. Again, this is at $40 a year, $49 a year. So in turn, if they get 50 leads a month, I really don't care. If they get 100, I don't care. That little bit of cost I'm spending on that, they're going to wind up wearing themselves down to want to advance. Okay. And again, there's a zero setup fee. Why? Because again, with this one, I have a full-blown automation. With this, I will do another video on that that actually sets this whole thing up start to finish. I don't even have to be in there. Well, I do. I have to push 2 buttons. That's it. But other than that, this whole bot right here is 100% hands off. I don't have to do anything else. Now, tier, oops, I'm sorry about that. Tier two Tier two is all I'm doing here is I'm just taking those leads, pushing them into a Google Sheet. With this, I'm still emailing them about that, but it's more of on a marketing level. Basically, another lead comes in, I'm not sending that lead to their email as well, but it's still going into the system, and like every two times a new lead comes in, a new email goes out, a marketing email. Hey, hope this is still working out for you. If it is, great. If not, if you're looking to, for something else to do, need to advance this, advance your business, move it up, great. Let's get in touch. And here's some of the things that we can do. Again, at that time, we're explaining tiers three and four to them. Now, again, this one here is a $500 setup. I'm utilizing their Google Sheet. The leads are coming in, being pushed into into their Google Sheet. Again, now they're paying $49 a month versus $50 for the 1 year, but now they're paying $49 a month because of this. Um, because in turn, there's still some sort of integration that I have to do. Aside from this, I do this is to get more get them to get a little more, leads to come in, and they don't have to check their email and stuff all the time. But again, like I said, I'm still sending email marketing to them. Hey, hub those leads in the Google Sheet, or helping you out. If you're getting bogged down and need them to be pushed into your system, we can do that, right? So I'm still doing that. $49 a month, $500 setup. And what I'm actually doing here then is and the next one. This is where the automation starts coming in, and you have to start being a little more techy with this. Is tier three. We will take your leads and push them directly to your doorstep of your CRM. Basically, we will push it here. We will webhook it into to your CRM. What happens on the other side from there? You have to build out. That client has to build that out. Most of the time, they don't even know how to do that. So what happens when this comes in? I don't know. Figure it out. It's your system. If you want me to do it, jump up to the tier four. We'll take care of that for you, and you have our support then. So with that, this one here, we're doing a $100 a month and a $1,000 setup fee. Again, this is more techy. You got to use Make, NAN, Zapier, whatever your platform is. Utilize that, push that into their CRM. Now, again, if you're familiar with one CRM, like Go High Level, right? What are you going to do if somebody else has a different CRM? If somebody else has HubSpot or Podio or Monday.com or whatever, right? You have to know how to connect all that and be able to push that into their CRM. Again, you're pushing it into their CRM just to the doorstep. That's it. They're building out what happens after that. Basically, we're taking the information, dropping it on their doorstep. Whether or not they open up the door to do anything with it, that's on them. So $100 a month there because we're still maintaining the bot and that connection. And that there is just a $1,000 setup fee. Now tier four is our top end. This is again, you're going to have to be more inclined to automations and understand what it is that you are doing, what tools do what, and how to connect it to different systems and different CRMs. Because it's not always going to be just go high level. I know a lot of people that use other things. I know other people that just use Google Sheets, and they have a different setup. They're using Slack, ClickUp, all these other CRMs. But you have to still understand and be able to do that. Do not try to sell this if you don't know how to do that. Okay. I do see too many people, so many people doing that, trying to upsell a service that they have nothing of what to do or even what that process even looks like. So with that, this one here, this tier four, is a full-blown customized setup, 2,500 bucks setup fee, and $100 a month recurring. So what we're actually doing here is whatever CRM you have, we are taking that lead, pushing it directly into your CRM and into their CRM. And at that point now, we are then actually in their CRM building out those automations and workflows that go along with that, such as what is your favorite color? Red, blue, or green? Red, we're going to text them. Blue, we're going to email them. Green, we're going to call them, right? Whatever it is. Um, we're going to do that for them in their system and maintain that. And that's why we have the $2,500. The monthly thing is the $100 month. allows them to be able to go through and make changes if they need to. Again, with some restrictions on there that we put in there up front. But in turn, now we can actually go through and build that out. Now that there is a key component, now they have leads that are coming in. So at this point, the advancement here is the lead comes in. What's your answer? Based upon your answer, goes into the CRM system, and depending upon that answer, certain actions will happen. Maybe we have voice AI turn around and call them out, which we build out too. And so then again, that's where this type of pricing can change. Okay, this is just a basic, is more of a basic setup here. But if they want something else of like, we're just doing simple things of, when the lead comes in and they ask this question and this happens, we're setting that up. But they want to turn around and have voice AI turn around and call the lead back out and stuff. Yeah, we will still do that, but we are going to charge more for that. That there is now an additional service as well. We are taking these leads, pushing them in, and going to set up the automation for something to happen. Um, if they don't already have it in their system and we have to go through and create it, yes, that there is an additional charge. So now, with that being said, this is my setup, but this is my whole rundown, and this is how this happens. This is what I do. Again, this is my setup. Again, I'm using automation, advanced automations in tier one, which is your very simple one where they get the leads emailed to them. No problem. But that's me. There's tier two. Again, these are all more advanced automations. And then three is more advanced. Four is like way more advanced. So again, only do what you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with doing tier three or four, then stick with those tiers one and two and do your thing there. But this is my pricing setup and how I do things and how I run things. Um, so I'll this help you.